Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Permex Petroleum's YouTube channel. We are once again here with Mayron. We have an exciting company update. We want to get into some industry talks today. But first off, how are you doing?
Doing well. It's been a good day so far.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. It's Thursday. We're almost through the week, but let's dive into the industry first. So, oil kind of has it doesn't have the sexiness of the green energy in the younger mind, but I think it's important that people understand that this is still a very attractive industry for investing. Can you dive into it a little bit?
I can, and you know what? You bring up a great point. Yes, it's not the green industry, but if you take a look at even the most sensitive subjects, such as Tesla or EV cars, where do their parts come from? How are they built? Where are the tires made from? Everything is derived from fossil fuels to begin with. The charging stations, half of those charging stations come from coal or natural gas to start with. So they're all tied to it. I am all for alternative energy. I am all for a cleaner planet. However, it is going to take a significant amount of time for the world to reach there. We represent, again, the fossil fuels industry still represents over 90%, 90% of the production required for the consumption globally. So it's going to take a long time before wind, solar, and all the others catch up, even with the subsidies that have been going on for past, I'd say, 18 years within those sectors. That being said, it segues into actually a great thing in the fact that the oil and gas industry has had a diminished investment capex into it for the past 3 years. That on its own is a bullish concept for oil prices. For years, there's been underinvestment into this sector. Now that the actual economy is going to start back up, now that the Fed's pushing for a stronger growth in the economy, we will see demand for fossil fuels go up, for oil go up, while supply cannot catch it. That on its own will be a great picture to see. That's why normally I would say it's a supply and demand concept. Now we're going to see more of a demand correction in our sector, which will push oil prices higher and higher. Take the past 3 days. On average, WTI has gone up 2% per day for the past 3 days. We're sitting at $56 a barrel right now. We do have some resistance, but it is going to move forward and go higher as time elapses.
Interesting. So because the sector hasn't been invested in as much as other industries lately, plus with the COVID and everything going on, it's kind of created what you think is like kind of almost a rubber band effect that should be
I
able to
think
take
so.
place here.
And I believe, honestly, by the summer, where people are going to start traveling more, people are going to take vacations more, consumption globally is going to go up as far as fuel is into consideration. Prices for WTI and oil in general should go higher. It's great for our industry, for the players that are in the industry, because stock prices, inevitably, their balance sheets are tied to the price of WTI or the crude that they're being traded on, and it'll have a positive impact on people's portfolio.
Good, good. Yeah, that sounds like oil's got a good future ahead of it still, everybody. Don't give up on oil yet.
No,
It's
I
still a
wouldn't. I
main
wouldn't
thing
for
for a lot.
generations to come. I
Yep.
mean, diversify, get in clean energy. Absolutely, I have. Everyone should. But this industry has evolved, and in fact, we have become cleaner and more environmentally cautious than any other generations within the oil and gas sector to begin with. So we're getting there as well within our sector.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. So then let's dive into this news release. So Permex Petroleum Corporation announces Permian Basin oil and natural gas royalty acquisition. Can you dive into what this means for the common investor?
Absolutely. So in the oil and gas sector, remember I explained the fact that I used to participate in a DPP program, direct participation program, into the well bores themselves. So in oil and gas, you have multiple ways of entering the market. You have buying into the stock, or as a company itself, now we can either go and become an operator. So you purchase something called a working interest in the field. You own the minerals, you own the right, you own all the liability associated with reclamation, plugging, and any other geopolitical liability is yours to hold. As any operator, you should have your own oil and gas fields and produce them and hold liability. You should be a great operator to do so. We at Permex have oil and gas fields all across the Permian Basin that we operate, own, and are licensed to do so. On the side, we had never purchased royalty interests in other large cap corporations producing from their fields. What this means is, for instance, in this specific news release, we looked at Apache Corporation. Apache is a massive company in the oil and gas sector. You can Google its market cap, it's up there. They have a field in Upton County, West Texas, in the Permian Basin, in the Spraberry field. They are producing over 10,000 barrels a day from 10 wells. Okay. We went in as Permex Petroleum, we have decided to diversify our strategy from just being an operator and owning 100% of everything, going into fractional ownership with larger oil and gas companies as well. That is where this royalty interest kicks in. Permex has now taken up a small position in these 10 wells. As their production grows, so will cash flow back to Permex. As the new wells are drilled, so will Permex be benefiting from their production. And here's the kicker. Permex has zero plugging and reclamation liability because we're not the operator. Apache is. That is the concept of minerals and royalty interests. So it's a great way of having some production and cash flow, which is consistent, which if you get into royalty interests when oil is low, there's only one place your cash flow will go, and that's up. If you have zero liability, you know you can run your performance at prices low and not expect anything to change those numbers unless oil prices go up and down. And that's where we are now. We are going to continuously monitor programs out there with companies that we have relationships, such as Occidental Petroleum, Concho, Conoco, and Apache, to see where we can enter the market beyond just operating oil fields, but taking royalty interest in their production.
Wonderful, Marin. Sounds like another exciting chapter for Permex. So then, is there anything else you want to offer people before we go?
I think that's a great place to leave it. I will share some more details on the project as it becomes more available. Hopefully next week we'll have some things back from Apache that we can actually share in slide form for our viewers as well.
Wonderful. You heard that, everybody. Keep watching. Stay tuned for that PowerPoint. Take it easy, Marin. Have a great day.
You as well. Take care.